But throughout the Indian subcontinent, people still drink chai. Chai is made by boiling water and milk, then adding tea and spices, cardamom, pepper and ginger. Every tea seller or chaiwala has his own personal recipe.
In Calcutta, you drink out of small earthenware cups. And when I let go of my cup, it always reminds me of the proverb the Afghans say when you spill some tea. Tea comes from the earth and returns to the earth. I love that proverb.
On his way to the tea estates, François-Xavier Delmas explains that almost all the tea coming from the Darjeeling area is exported.
Darjeeling tea has one particularity. It is not drunk in India, or very little, mainly because of its price, and also because of how the Indians drink tea. In fact, almost all Darjeeling tea, in any case, the tea that has been harvested at the best moment, is exported to Japan, Germany, and France by plane or boat. It doesn't occur to Indians to drink Darjeeling. They know it's a good tea, but it doesn't occur to them to drink it for the simple reason that when the English occupied India, they taught the Indians to drink their tea with milk.
For François-Xavier, adding milk to an expensive Darjeeling is a crime. François-Xavier visits Darjeeling at least 4 times a year. The region is 650 kilometers north of Calcutta. Leaving the flatlands behind, the road winds up the hills just under the Himalayan mountains. Darjeeling in Tibetan means place of thunder. Visitors, once quite rare, are welcomed by a short ritual. This is the Puttabong Tukvar estate. The very first garden established by the English in 1850 spreads over 100 acres. The tea plants here are direct descendants of the Chinese camellias. Harvesting begins as soon as the weather is warm enough, usually in March, and continues until late October. Nearly 1,000 workers are employed in the garden. The women collecting the leaves must be expert and very quick. For the best tea, only the first 2 leaves and the bud are collected. One plant only yields a maximum of 150 grams of tea per year.
This is what the tea pickers pick: the bud and the first 2 leaves, the very symbol of Darjeeling quality. The pickers work very quickly in order to harvest the greatest amount of tea in half a day. They can amass up to 20 kilos of fresh leaves.
Darjeeling is harvested 4 times a year. This is the first spring harvest, or flush, so eagerly awaited by tea lovers around the world. At the factory, the baskets are registered in the paybook for the monthly salary.
Ada. Ik. Samu. Balkumari sir. Ada. Ik.
The leaves are then put to wither for 12 to 15 hours depending on the ambient humidity. When they've lost half their water, the processing can begin. At the Darjeeling Producers Club, François Xavier meets Anil Dharmapalan. He evaluates the sustainability of plantations for the Rainforest Alliance.
The future of the tea industry is bright, indeed bright, because new cultivars have come in, pest and disease has been controlled, yields have gone up considerably, factories have been modernized, and with all this, people have gone in for quality certifications.
Hello, Mr. Dilmas. How are you?
How are you? Nice to see you after a long time.
Yes, really, I'm also very glad.
François Xavier visits the factory in the small hours of the night. He's anxious to evaluate the first harvest of the year.
2 years, 3 years, while I didn't visit Rich yet. So now I'm very...
Darjeeling teas, the production has come down. See, Darjeeling was making about 10, 11 million, which today now they make only about 6 to 7 million kilograms of tea per year. So it's dropping. But you know, interestingly, in the world, 40 million kilograms of Darjeeling tea is being sold. So you can well imagine, the amount of adulteration taking place. So therefore, Darjeeling was one of the first zones, a geographical indicator, where this was benchmarked and patented. And the Tea Board of India is now has given all the Darjeeling factories a certified trademark.
The procedure is simple, but it requires great attention to detail. Timing is critical. At 2 in the morning, the leaves are ready to be processed. The rolling machines crush the leaves without damaging the structure of the cells. In this way, they can release their oils and oxidate. Now the leaves are left to oxidize for 15 minutes, the time needed for the leaves to turn dark.
Do you smell the tea leaves at every step of the...
This stage determines the final color and gives each tea its name. This is a black tea. The final stage consists of putting the tea into a large oven to stop any further chemical reaction.
So all in all, the plantations are getting more than just making tea. They're getting into being a wholesome society. And this is really indeed a revolution taking place, where you see we inherited the tea industry in a colonial sort of manner, where there was a lot of hierarchies, which today those glass barriers are being broken. People are coming for collective bargaining. People are approachable. So all in all, I think the tea industry is on the way up.
The region and the city of Darjeeling live on tea. Many Nepalese families descend from the mountains to work in the gardens. Every garden guarantees food, schools, and healthcare. The pay is low, but thanks to social assistance, working in the tea gardens is a privilege. Now it's time to sort the dried leaves by size and then pack them carefully.